Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Small Couch Reviews. It's your boy Sam. Now, I was certain that the next video I would be dropping would be my Ghost of Tsushima video game reaction video. But I got tickets to see this movie, Kill. A friend of mine invited me. She dropped out, gave me the tickets. I asked Jovi if he wanted to go. We looked at the trailer and we were both like, nah, it seemed kind of meh to us, just like an action movie. Before the credits, so I went by myself. And before the credits rolled, I had texted him that I should have made him come see this movie with me. Cause yo, this movie has redefined action for me. Okay, so Kill is a Indian Hindi language with a little bit of English sprinkled in, but Hindi language action film starring Lakshya. I hope I'm saying that right. It said this was his introduction, so I'm not sure if this is his first film or not. Did a more than serviceable job if so. But anyway, it's a Hindi language film, so meaning it's subtitled, and I'll stop right there. If you're somebody who doesn't like to read or you don't like subtitles, there's an English version of this film coming out. It's already been greenlit because this movie is so good. So you can just wait for that if you're someone who you don't want to read subtitles. And if I sound like I'm throwing shade, I promise I'm not. I used to, but I'm getting better. It's your preference. You can watch it however you want. But I would really recommend watching this for people who don't mind reading subtitles, okay? The story is really that's not why you're there. It's not that important. But, just to let you know, a train gets hijacked. Our main character, Lakshya, his name is, what's his name in this movie? Amrit, captain in the army, an army commando, to be more precise. He and his friend are on this train, along with his fiance, they're traveling. I don't think it says where they're traveling, but they're traveling. And train gets hijacked by a group of bandits, a family of bandits, actually. So it's up to our hero to stop the bandits who have become violent and, save everybody on the train. That's the basic premise of the movie that you'll get, even if you watch the trailer. I'm going to get my sour out of the way first because I have one, and it's something that actually did bother me. So the bandits who hijacked this train, they whine a little too much when something goes wrong. Like, you're bandits doing something bad, right? How can you just be so upset or start crying or throw a tantrum when someone gets hurt or gets stabbed? Now, I mean, the stuff that happens in this movie is gruesome, so I get that. But even at the tiniest things, man, like, oh, this person got hurt. Oh, this person, he dared to slash him. How dare they? And it's like, you're crying, you're bandits. It's like, it'd be like a group of bank robbers actively robbing a bank, and they start crying when an alarm goes off and the police are coming. Like, what did you expect? There's a level of risk here, obviously. And it's all of them, except for the main bad guy. He's the only one who steps up and says, we're bandits, duh. So that is kind of annoying, but it's really the only thing I have in this otherwise stellar film. Okay, so the action is where this movie stands out. Like, that's the positive. Everything that's good about this movie stems from the action, like, hands down. So the movie has a clever, clever storytelling technique where there's this extended prologue where you think you know what the movie is. Then the title of the movie pops up and you're reminded, oh, this is what the movie is. And it kind of shifts, or he kind of shifts. So our main character, Amrit, he's not like the Punisher at first. Obviously movie called Kill, you expect there to be some killing, but he's really sensitive. He's an army commando, and his buddy, who's also in the army, accidentally kills one of these bandits. And he's like, bro, you shouldn't have done that. You could have diffused the situation. You could have contained him. We're not at war. These are regular people and we're with civilians. And that goes on, like I said, I think for the first half hour of the movie. And then the actual movie Kill starts. And you can see Amrit, there's a moment where he realizes he just can't be that way. He can't be that, I guess, soft or that understanding or compassionate, and he changes. And you can see kudos to the actor. You can see the moment it happens. His face just goes blank. It's like a snap, because he is just different at that point. And I was like, when it happened, I was not expecting it, man. This movie reminded me of like the first time I saw The Raid. You know, the first action scene in The Raid, I'll never forget. There's a moment when our main character, like, he's fighting somebody and he stabs him in the forearm, and then he just drags the knife all the way down to his wrist. I was like, wow, this was like that. There's a moment where, like, again, the people had been fighting him, so they realized he wasn't trying to kill them. He was trying to just beat them up. But, when he changed, there's a point where he has a knife and he stabs somebody in the chest, and then he just moves the knife down while he's looking at another person dead in their eyes. And he's just moving it down, kind of like, I dare you to come over here and try to stop me. And also letting him know, like, this is what I'm gonna do to you. It was so good. You also got to give credit to the the DPs, the cameramen, because all the action takes place in a train, which is very narrow, and you can see everything. No jump cuts. All the action, every punch, every gruesome kill, everything you see, and it's just in all its glory. There are even fights like in those small bathrooms, like an airport bathroom, right? Where even in there, all the movement, you can see it, and it's never like confusing or anything, man. Like, the choreography is top notch. There's an amazing scene where our characters, where they're in a car and there are curtains on either side, so people can have their privacy. And the bad guys are like popping out of the curtains or whatever, and he has to dodge them and fight them and go in between the curtains. It's like, I'm probably explaining it badly, but it's really, really cool and really well done and really well shot. Now, the movie's called Kill, so obviously there are some kills. I will say the majority of them, up until the majority of them are not overly gruesome. But man, there are kills in this movie that you have never seen before in your life. Like, there are at least two, I can guarantee, where you're like, I didn't know you could kill a man that way. And our dude, when I say he's a killing machine, I mean it. When he snaps, he snaps. He goes off. And I loved every second of it. I'm telling you, that last hour, 20 minutes or whatever, I was just glued to my seat. I couldn't close my eyes. I was loving every moment of it. It also doesn't hurt that the bad guys, for their part, make themselves extremely unlikable. Even despite the whining that I mentioned earlier, they are just not good people, and they keep doing bad things. Despite the situation they're in, even when they are clearly terrified and we gotta get off this train, they're still making decisions where you're like, yo, why are you trying to do this to innocent people? And yeah, watching them die, I was literally in my seat, I can't wait to see how he's going to take care of you, how he's going to take care of you, how he's going to take care of you. 36 men on that train, it was not enough. I mean, so he actually labeled one number 24, which was one I was really waiting to die, but I mean, after that, at what point do you realize you just can't do this? And they kept throwing themselves at him. It was hopeless. But yeah, I mean, that's really all you need to know. The action in this movie, it is the best action movie of this year. One of the best action movies I've ever seen. Totally took me by surprise. I highly recommend seeing this if you're an action movie fan, yo. I'm going to give this a solid 4 out of 5. It's in limited release. We're lucky enough in watching in DC to have a theater that was showing it. So I don't know if it's showing wherever you're watching, but hopefully it is. You can find a theater that's showing it. But yeah, if you can, go watch this. Even if you can't, I would recommend, whenever it comes on streaming, this is a movie you need to write down and remember to watch. It's that good. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And until next time, I'm out.